Welcome back to the Credible VA series. Today we're here with Sergio. Thank you so much for coming on, Sergio.
Thank you for having me, Megan.
Yeah, and I'm excited for another episode. The purpose of this series is to just showcase our awesome virtual assistant candidates' personalities. And specifically, the last few candidates have been people that have worked for Virtually Incredible for years. So it's very exciting to talk to people with such tenure with the company. So you've been with us for 7 years, is that right?
Yeah, that's correct.
Wow.
Yeah, 7 years.
That is so cool. You help train people for our phone tenders, which is our call answering service. Is that right?
That's correct. Yes, it is.
And what did you do before that in VI? Were you phone tenders rep before that?
Yeah, I was a rep before that. And before VI, I was actually working on another call center, basically doing the same thing, trainer.
Nice. Okay. Before you worked for Virtually Incredible, did you work from home or did you work out of your house?
Yeah, that was not from home. Yeah, that was actually at a call center. So we had a commute there.
So I love to ask this because I know for me in the US, working from home is a huge blessing with the traffic.
I'm actually from Mexico, but yes, it's still the same. I think regarding the commute, because we have to, take public transportation. If you have a vehicle, you could drive, but oh my goodness, the traffic is insane. So it's like you got to wake up super early to get there in time. So if you really want to beat traffic, you got to leave at least 2 hours early. And just to make time.
Once you get the taste of working from home and not having to deal with the logistics and the nightmare of all of that, on top of just planning meals out of the house, all the time it takes. And do you have any kids?
Yes, I have 2. It does help with that, planning the meals and making sure they're fed, and it's a blessing when it comes to that, so you have time to do that.
Oh, for sure. Yeah, it's those little moments in the morning and in the evening in the busy days with your kids that I feel like make a big difference, at least for me. So that's awesome. What part of Mexico are you from?
León, Guanajuato. We're really close to Guadalajara, Jalisco. So yeah, It's like an hour, 2 hours away.
Awesome. I've been near there before. This is so weird, but my grandma used to live in Mexico, right outside of Guadalajara, but I can't remember. I think it was like a retirement community in the mountains. So I can't.
They have like a huge lake there or something like that, right?
Is it called Lake Chapala?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay, I didn't know if you would recognize it because it seemed like a little off the beaten path, but it was absolutely gorgeous there. Like the flowers and the weather and everything.
I've never been, but I've heard it's beautiful.
So you've never been a virtual assistant before, right? This will be your first time?
Yes, that's correct. This will be my first time.
Awesome. And so what makes you excited about the opportunity to work specifically with within a company where you're their virtual assistant, you're more individualized rather than working for a bunch of different companies?
I think that's the exciting part about it. It'll be just one company, so I would be more focused on their policies and guidelines instead of like 20 different, property management companies. I think it'll be, in a way, more exciting and easier, if you will. So I'm excited about that. I think that's very good. And I also love the challenge, try something different as well.
Yeah, no, absolutely. I could see that it would be exciting to kind of belong to a family, one niche, one company, rather than, I know you guys have to talk to so many and you have to brief yourself quickly on every single one. So it's nice to just get familiar with a specific set of policy and procedures, and
yes.
That's awesome. So what do you enjoy doing outside of work?
Spending time with my kids. It's always a blessing that they're so close, they don't have to wait for me to get home. So as soon as I clock out, they're just excited to just spend time with dad. So I like to take them to the park. I like to play with them as much as I can. So it's really a blessing. And aside from that, I also like to play basketball. I'm really into playing basketball, and I have my own team actually in leagues over here. So yeah, it's very cool, which is surprising because it's Mexico. You didn't think that there would be basketball leagues over here. But yeah, so it's very cool.
My first thought was it's an amazing place weather-wise to enjoy outside sports. So yeah, that's awesome. How old are your kids?
The older one, she's 3. She's going to be 4 in July 1st, and then my younger one is just 10 months old. So
that's awesome. Yeah, it goes by so fast.
Yes, it does.
It's a blessing in those years, especially I think when time just flies, to get to see them more, especially as dad. A lot of dads just are out of the house and working so much. It's such a blessing for parents to get that quality time.
Yeah, it makes a big difference, you know, and then especially with my daughter, she's a big daddy's girl, so she's always want to be around dad, so it's a blessing for her as well.
Oh, that's so awesome.
Mhm.
That's amazing. What is your favorite food to eat, especially one that you can only get over in Mexico?
That's a good one because I gotta think of it's hard to pronounce these names. So cóctel de camarón. I think you might be able to get it in the US as well, but I think I'll go with cóctel de camarón.
What's that?
It's like a cocktail, shrimp cocktail, but they add
Ooh.
clamato, they add like different sorts of sauces and stuff like that in there, and you could add like other stuff like octopus if you go that route.
Nice.
Yeah. Or even oyster. I prefer it with like shrimp and oysters. So yeah, that's one of the ones that I love to eat.
That might sound weird to some people, but over in South Florida, that sounds amazing. So,
Yeah.
if somebody in the US was nervous about hiring a virtual assistant, what would you say to reassure them?
I guess it would be understandable as to, you know, why, but I would reassure them that it's okay, you know, because we also have a lot of knowledge, a lot of experience, and we're very, in my opinion, dependable. We are easy to work with, and I think we're very adaptable, especially like being able to flip from English to Spanish in a go. So I think that's one of the perks, you know, especially, you know, hiring a bilingual agent.
Oh, absolutely. So in South Florida, it's a melting pot.
Mhm.
And being able to, like in certain areas of the United States, that is so very helpful if you can speak both.
Yes.
And the purpose of the series is kind of to do what you just said, which is to bridge the gap, because I think people just don't really even know what to picture if they've never had experience with a virtual assistant. I hired my first virtual assistant 8 years ago, and I was convinced to do it, but I wasn't sold on it until after I met her. After I realized how incredibly helpful and easy it was to communicate with her. And I love doing this series to showcase the ease of the conversation. And even though virtual assistants are of different cultures, like the cultures mesh really well. It's just like a blessing, honestly, because that's what it is to have a virtual assistant that you get along with, that you can trust, that's reliable, that knows what they're doing, and who really cares, changes your life. And so I was so excited about this series to just talk to each of you and give people a little taste of that through this interview. What do you feel like you bring to the table specific to you for somebody looking for a virtual assistant? Like, what's something about yourself that you feel like would be a serious attribute to a team that's needing support?
I think I bring a lot of experience when it comes to working with teams and helping teams succeed. I have a lot of experience in training, coaching, project coordination. I like to focus a lot on clear communication, customer service. I think that's one of my main attributes because I've been taking calls for going around 11 years. So I'm fluent in English and in Spanish, so I'm very adaptable and very dependable. I think that's what they would get from me.
That's awesome. And I can tell you just from this quick conversation that I feel like you would be an amazing addition to somebody's team. You're very easy to talk to, very kind. You can tell that you're easy to communicate with and level-headed. And I feel like you're going to find a really good fit and somebody's going to be really blessed to have you on their team. So I really appreciate you taking the time to showcase that.
I'm very happy you had me here, so thank you, Megan.
Of course, and I really appreciate getting to talk to you, and I wish you the best of luck, Sergio.
I appreciate it.
All right, you take care.
Likewise.
Bye.
Bye.